Are you guys sick of wet, popping, boiling filament and looking to solve some issues with your filament that you just can't quite explain? Well, what I have for you today is the unboxing of the Sunlu Filadryer S4. It's a great product that'll help improve your print quality, and if you print a lot like I do, having the positions for 4 filament spools is just a great addition. So let's get to the video. Alright, so what I have for you today with episode 2 of my new YouTube show, I have the Sunlu Filadryer S4. Just received it today. There's plenty of other videos out there, but I figured I'd go ahead. It means I got one. I would go ahead and do an unboxing for you. So just got it today, right here. So if you guys don't know anything about the S4, the Filadryer S4, it can hold up to 4 spools. It is a 350 watt dryer, so it can definitely be a little bit of a power suck, but it is a very good quality dryer. It does have 2 fans each for the individual halves, and they are connected in between the 2. So it does circulate the air around all 4 of them, or 2, or whatever you have in there. Obviously you don't want to put 1 in there, as it's just kind of a waste, and if you got a single, just use that. But we'll get to opening it up here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Backstory on this is I did not join the Kickstarter for this guy, but was very tempted by it. But I did get it early while it was still on sale to the first few hundred buyers. And they were very slow on actually getting it out. I was supposed to receive it almost a month ago, but it just showed up today. They had a bunch of shipping delays and ended up being delayed almost a month and a half. So here we are with it. Very excited to get it, as I have a lot of filaments that would really take use for being dried. I do have about 3 printers that I run nearly constantly. So having dry filament is extremely important for me, and I currently only have 1 single position dryer. So the 4 will be extremely nice and make stuff a lot faster for me. So in the packaging we had 1 foam protector in there, and it looks like there's 1 in the bottom also. It comes basically pretty well packed, no extra fluff. It does come in a nice little bag also, where you can grab the bag and pull it up and out. There is nothing else in the box, and everything, all the accessories are contained inside this here. Get that out of the way. Pull this back, and then we'll go ahead and pull the plastic off. One interesting thing about this machine that I thought is there is no protectors, no plastic, no nothing over any of the shiny spots. So how it ships is how it is. There's really not much to take off of it when you receive it. Couple first impressions. It is transparent, so you can see right through there, kind of to what you have in there, though it is pretty dark. Screen is pretty small, which is fine. It's just a dryer. There is ports on the top and the front and the sides, so you can tell your filament to either go up and out to whatever machine you're trying to run it out of, or forward. Obviously that is on both sides, so you can actually have all 4 of these spools feeding whatever machines you happen to have running. The lids on these just push back. You can kind of see it better here. Push back and then pull up to access the inside. Inside it, there appears to be a little baggie here. And that is all that's inside it also. So appears to be, we have the user's guide, some small PTFE tubes, and looks like a couple spare of the actually little plastic plugs to plug these holes off if you'd like. Not much else in there. And then it does come with actually just two PTFE tubes, looks like about 3.5 feet long. So it's nice not having to buy extra stuff to get you up and going right away. I personally won't be running a machine directly off of those for now. In the future, I definitely will though. It's a pretty cool feature. I just have a single one feeding behind my main machine that I use for TPU and stuff for now. So also in here, we have the power cord. Pretty decent length by the looks of it here. So you should be fairly versatile on where you can place it. Judging by length, it's about 6.5 or 7 feet long. So it leaves you quite a few options if you're limited on space and power cords. Other first impressions I am seeing in this box. We'll go ahead and stand it up here so that you guys can see inside it. It does have a slot on both sides here that you can pull out. A little tricky to do with this angle. You just lift up and slide out, so you can put a couple packs of desiccant or something in there to make it not kick on as often. The sweet feature about this machine is it does have a hygrometer built in, so when it reaches a certain relative humidity inside this box, it will automatically kick itself back on to keep your filaments dry as long as they're in here. If it is absorbing moisture, or say you don't have these plugs in the lids or the front here. So that's a pretty cool little feature. The other nice thing I noticed right away is all of these are on nice roller bearings. They do pop out fairly easy, but you can see they are nice metal rollers. And a little bit of looks like a rubberized traction coating to make sure that it does roll on there instead of just sliding on the rod. They do pop right in, pop right out. So if they ever wear out or ever have issues like that, they're easily you can easily pull them out and replace them if ever needed. Build quality of it does seem quite well. Fit and finish on everything is very nice. There is no rubber seal around the lid, which I find kind of interesting. Means that they include the plugs here for your Teflon tubes. But it does snap in pretty good, and it doesn't feel loose or anything like that. Other features I'm seeing, nice metal legs to keep this up off of the floor or bench or wherever you plan on putting this machine. On the back, it's a pretty simple plug it in and a power switch there back and forth. It does have a built-in fuse in case there's ever an overload or something like that. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get it plugged in for you, and we can see the initial startup here. Alright, flip the switch on the back here. It does light up quite bright. Power button is right here in the bottom corner. Starts right up. It's got the cool little slash that goes across. Looks like in the settings here, we can set it to whatever temperature you actually want it to be at. We can change whether it's on Celsius or Fahrenheit. Next one here starts flashing the Sunlu. What that's going to do for you is either turn the green lights off, slow slash back and forth, or the sweep. So it gives you a little bit of customization, though not a ton. I like the sweep personally, so that's what I'm going to leave it at. Next is going to be the type of filament that you want to have inside it, and it will automatically adjust the temperature settings from there automatically with what it's pre-programmed at. Looks like we got PLA, PETG, TPU, ABS, PA, PC, and that's it. Next in the set, you can set time if you wanted to do a certain time. And the time, I believe, also affects the initial run on the relative humidity setting. Now you can set this relative humidity anywhere from 50 to 30%. So it'll kick on at 50%, shut off at 25%. If you drop down to 40, I believe it kicks on at 40, and on at 25, I don't believe it drops down to half of that at 20. Could be wrong, but we'll see from there. If I'm wrong, I'll add a little thing on the video here. Next thing we got is the mode. So mode 1 is just X time. It'll run for 6 hours or whatever time you set it at and then shut off. Next mode we have here is mode 2. That is relative humidity mode. So it will run either as long as you tell it to, or it will run relative humidity where it turns itself on and off. It will run the initial time at whatever you have set, and you can drop that down from the 6 hours here to 3 hours, wherever you want it to, and it'll automatically kick itself back on until it drops below that again. If you just hit up and down without anything selected, it will just automatically change the temperature. It won't read your last setting that you're on. In the bottom right corner, to shut this thing off again, you double tap the power button and it will shut itself right off. So, pretty cool little display. I'll take some pictures and add that in the video, as my camera doesn't really pick up this type of screen. But it's pretty nice. It's very bright, very clear at what the settings are. All in all, I think it's a very nice machine so far. And basically, it's already up to temp. It had already dropped from 50% down to 20%. We'll drop some filament in there and see how the space looks like inside there. Now these are just standard 1 kg filament rolls. They are very close in fitment this way. So you're really not going to fit a whole lot of large diameter spools, but you should be able to fit a 2 kg spool because they're just a little bit wider. But you're not going to drop something like a 5 kg down. Now I know there is ways that people have taken these lids apart so that you can use a larger area of it. I'm not really seeing a simple way to go about doing that on how this is designed without some major modifications. So if it's something you plan on taking the whole lid off to put larger rolls in there, I really don't think this is going to be the filament dryer for you. But if you're looking to dry 2 kg or 1 kg spools, this is a very nice machine. Very looking forward to using it, and it should be much better than my Creality Gen 2 dryer that I constantly have issues with it turning itself on at different temperatures, etc. I have ruined a couple rolls of PLA filament with this Creality dryer that I was using prior due to it turning on at 60°C and actually sticking itself together, which is not fun. But yeah, that's my short and sweet review of the S2. If you're interested in any other specs on it, I do know that it is now selling for $149.99 through Sunlu's website with the US plug, and looks like I don't know if there's any other discerning features on the machine. Yeah, so PLA will drive between 45 and 50 C. PET-G also does 50. HIPS is programmed between 50 and 55. ABS and TPU are both 50 to 55. ASA also. PA and PC go between 60 and 70. Max temperature on this machine is 70, so you cannot do higher than that. It is 330 watt power supply, and it is a PTC heating element, so it's a lot more efficient element. And it is just a single element in the center of the machine with two fans, 45 out, blowing at the two rolls. Now, this does not have a motor or anything that rolls the filament for you or anything like that. So if you're worried about it, or if you are running it at a higher temperature than you really should be, I'd reach in about every hour and give the filament a nice little half roll or something like that. It will go all the way down to 25C. Don't know why you'd ever use that, but it's an option. That looks to be all the main features on the machine. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about it, feel free to ask in the comments. If you like the review or looking forward to anything else, feel free to give me a like and subscribe, and we'll bring more to you. I do have a Ender 3 V3 top model on the way here. It should be here in a few days. So I'll be doing an unboxing on that also next week. And probably get some first prints and whatnot running on that. And give you guys what I think of that machine. And then in a few weeks after that, I'll give you a overview of how my printing experience with it has gone. I do have quite a few prints lined up that I would love to get done on that machine. So again, like and subscribe if you like and see more. Also, if you don't like and you want to see something different or any advice, feel free to leave in the comments and let me know, and hopefully improve my videos here for you guys. Thank you much for watching, and have a great day.